All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've been a little bit, haven't we?
Oh,
Talking to the people here.
yeah. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe it.
So, in case you have missed it, which I don't know how you have if you've been following us, uh, man, we got a lot of freaking stuff to talk about. So, our video about Jersey Mike's, apparently you guys like that. By you guys, I mean your 4,000 people that
It's a
watched
lot.
it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. We never had anything that close,
Right.
and the other one got 100 something. So apparently, you guys want to see more of that. So I imagine we're going to do something along those
Yeah, we're gonna
lines
do some more on those lines and whatnot, just to
in the
keep people
future.
kind of in tune and focused. You know what I mean? And that's why we do shorts too, because
That's the other thing.
the attention span of a lot of people only lasts like a few minutes, and then they start scrolling and scrolling and scrolling again and again, with either a TikTok video or else just a YouTube video, whatever platform, to keep people's focus and whatnot. That's some things could be serious, other can be, whatever we actually we talk about by design.
That's the other thing. Shorts.
Yeah,
Just one night we were messing around, and it was like, hey, let's see if we can upload that as a short. And son of a gun, it worked.
yeah,
And they got, So we're going to be doing more of those, and they're going to be about updates, but also just funny crap that we do.
just
Because,
anything out of the ordinary. That's
yeah,
what it's about. Like I said, and you guys know, or some of you maybe have been, if you've seen, I have another TikTok video on top of the one that we already have,
hmm
where it's just me talking about stuff. So you guys can tune in on that too.
yep. We have 2 TikTok accounts now, and we're posting on both of them. We're going to post this. We're going to try to post on both of them. This
Right?
one.
Yeah, if we can.
And this on YouTube.
Yep.
And if you're watching this on Rumble, we'll try to get that up there too. Rumble's been kind of, but we're gonna stick with it. We're gonna keep it up there. Some of you on YouTube might not know everything that we've been doing. We've been doing a lot,
A lot. Yeah.
a ton. I mean, we have the spiritual element channel that we haven't really gone into for a little bit, but we've been doing that. We've been going on Rumble. We've been doing what we're doing with Creative Overload. Part of what we're going to do is try to like overlap some of the stuff we talk about.
Right.
And the first step in doing this, look at that right there. Isn't that cool, man? So you'll see on YouTube, Creative Overload people, you'll see on YouTube that we posted a video about Trump's arrest. That was also posted on Rumble.
Yep.
At the end of the day, guys, we're Trump supporters.
Yep.
We voted for Trump,
Yep.
man. So we talk about stuff that happens in politics. It's definitely not, controversial, and people might be like, oh, that's not creative. Well, it's what we believe.
Right.
So we're going to talk about it.
Right.
Actually, we're going to talk about some of that today.
Right.
If you haven't seen that video, though, about Trump's arrest, I mean, everyone's talking about it still. Check that out, man. I mean, that's some crazy stuff. And I bought this after
Yeah.
the fact. It's signed, too. Look at that.
Right on the bottom.
Literally signed. That
Yep.
sucker is going to be worth, I don't even know how much in
No.
10, 20 years. I ain't getting rid of it, but still,
Yeah.
like, holy crap.
Well, and the idea is just about, more people that are actually, believing what is right for the country, not what is false, not by a false government or not by false people, whatever, and like I said, it's not to criticize anything, but it's just what we feel anyway, you know what I mean? And we were also talking about that 9/11 thing, weren't we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's part of what we're going to talk about now. So we are updating you guys on what's going on. We're going to be doing more shorts. We're going to be doing more TikToks
Right.
and just discovering that field. I don't know why we didn't do that sooner, but now that we're doing it, it's starting to gain traction. Some of you guys are subscribing more.
Right.
So if you're one of the subscribers, this is what you're going to stick around and see. And I encourage you to do so because it's going to be a lot of fun, man. You're not going to want
Right.
to miss it. So, that 9/11 thing, man.
That was, I don't know. Did you feel that Joe Biden had any sort of interest in what was actually going on, in my opinion, at all? At all?
I feel like, so here's the deal. The radical left definitely elected Joe Biden. And they didn't vote for Hillary. That's part of why she lost. The other part is everyone was voting for Trump.
Right.
Other than the radical left, everyone was voting for Trump. Other than that. But nobody, the radical left wasn't going to vote for Hillary. They voted for Joe Biden because they didn't like Trump that much. And they knew he was going to be malleable. They could use him. They could bully him. I know this. I've listened to people who are different, like influencers, if you want to use that word.
Yeah.
Or pundits that talk about that kind of politics and stuff, that were saying that they were going to use Biden or bully Biden, and they were going to, and look at what's happening right now with all of this. One of those things that you'll hear from radical left pundits is that either America deserved 9/11 or we should move on from 9/11. And surprise, surprise, Joe Biden, after, what was it? He was in 2021, so he went in 2021. He went in 2022,
Right.
but not in 2023. Well, why is that? And you could come up with a number of different reasons why. But I think a big one that cannot be overlooked is that he's being puppeteered
Yeah.
by the radical left that wants you to forget about 9/11.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I ain't forgot about it.
No, and I didn't either.
Hell
and I
no.
was, when you brought it
Hell
up, I'm
no.
like, that's just a fact right there. There was nothing from him brought up at all. What I
Hardly.
mean? He couldn't even hold a
he
speech without, saying at the end. I don't know if you guys were talking about
That
what's
was Vietnam.
Okay, at the Vietnam actual speech, whatnot, right? Towards the end, right? They cut his speech right off because he wanted to go to bed. Who says that?
Yep. He said,
Are you really, what's going on?
I don't know about you, but I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
It's
that's what
like,
he
yeah,
said.
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah,
Holy
well, crooked
crap.
Sleepy Joe is what it's
Crooked.
from.
I say Slimy Joe. Either way.
Crooked Sleepy or Sleepy Crooked, and
Yeah.
Trump said
Because he's,
right,
the swamp monster, whatever the heck. Not even that. He's just kind of.
he's not about the American people,
No.
guys. He's
No.
about his family and himself. All the trades and whatnot that are done within other countries and whatnot that shouldn't even be. But the whole thing is, and this is what we experience, what we talk about. We've actually did the research on it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just one thing after another.
Yep.
How do you trust a person like that running for the government? Come on, people, we need to wake up.
And 9/11, excuse me, the 9/11 memorial, if you want to call it a speech, he always makes it about himself.
Yeah.
You look when he goes to Hawaii, he's talking to people who lost entire homes. Some people lost
Yeah.
their families.
Yeah.
He said, I almost lost my Corvette and my cat to a freaking electric fire. What was it, a kitchen fire? He's talking about freaking, I don't even know what. At the 9/11, I watched part of it and I felt like I was losing brain cells, so I shut it off. But he wasn't talking about the damn terrorist attack. It's as if people want to forget about it, but we can't.
He's not even in touch with reality. So why would you have him first off actually do any sort of speech? I mean, he can't even barely read a teleprompter, let alone trying to go speech himself.
They had Kamala Harris go to the 9/11 memorial. So while Joe Biden was in Alaska, she's the one who actually went to the 9/11 memorial. And part of that's because he can't do a freaking speech.
He can't.
Now, I didn't hear a speech from her. For all I know, she was just present. But then she goes off to some immigrant, like the migrants that are coming and overflowing New York. She goes to one of their communities and starts like partying and stuff.
Oh,
I'm like,
really?
what is going on?
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
This is so weird. You never saw this in 4 years with Trump. You never, ever saw this, and you never would, and you never will.
No, really, because, even during, when Trump was actually was actually having a speech over there, like you said, in Vietnam. He was talking about when it gets a salary, every president gets a salary, right?
Yeah.
He gives away his salary. He doesn't care about the money. He cares about American people, you and me, everybody. It's
Right.
you know,
Yeah, he needs to, and obviously he left the business to his kids.
right.
So, but that's completely different. They're not profiting off of government information.
No,
Like Biden's kids, particularly Hunter, were doing business dealings with Ukraine and China and all that
that's
crap.
messed up. I don't
I
get it.
remember he said, because I'd seen snippets of that speech, I didn't see all of it, but he said, man, he kept saying, I could have made so much money,
Yeah,
but he didn't.
he didn't know.
He literally lost. I
He
remember $7 billion.
$7 billion. Well, yeah,
He's like $2
about
billion
$7 billion,
now.
right?
Right.
But
He
he doesn't
lost
care.
money.
But he also mentioned that it was worth it. Every little 2 billion, 7 billion, whatever dollars that he spent was worth it. He talks about why? Because it's for what he believes in, which is the American people. Not about himself, not about his family, not about just everything to the radical left or whatever you want to call it. Ideally, it's for people to actually improve with their lives, not to put money in the government's pocket. That's
Right.
not what it's about. Period.
And I think the proof is in the pudding there. Like, if it was about money or whatever for him, he wouldn't have lost like $5 billion
Right.
between before his presidency and after. He wouldn't have got himself stuck in a situation where Biden's going to indict him a bunch for no reason. He wouldn't have done that. People claim he was also running for president to, what was it? Not evade taxes. Apparently they were saying, oh, he was evading taxes and, criminal prosecution
Yeah.
was coming for him. So if he won the presidency, he would have pardoned himself. Well, he didn't, because he didn't do anything wrong. So I don't know what people are talking about. Like, people are like, they live in bizarre world.
Yeah.
Like, they on a different planet, man.
It's like
crazy.
not to say it because we gotta watch what we say and everything else, or we get demonized. I call it whatever. But the whole COVID thing, you know what I mean, was obviously a false thing and whatnot. I mean, I don't know. It's just made up.
Right.
There's a whole big story about it.
Oh yeah.
But the whole thing that I think like everybody lost it after COVID for being locked up without for the duration of time of the lockdowns, guys.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? It's just gone to crap. So,
Yeah.
And
it's definitely because we both got COVID.
Yeah, we both did. I
So
got it. So
it's
did he.
fake in a different sense. It was manufactured.
Right.
So, and obviously there was manufactured fear and outrage during 2020 by design. And if they're going to do another shutdown, that's going to be by design too.
Right.
Don't be surprised if they do that.
Yeah, the
only-
mask mandation
Right.
over your foreface or whatnot. Boy, God forbid if you take it off. Oh my word, you're gonna die or something.
Yeah.
It's just radical stuff to me. And the hymn as well.
It is. It's crazy.
Just be prepared, though.
Right.
Really, just have an open mind.
Yeah.
Be optimistic, not pessimistic.
Right. Remember,
You know.
this too shall pass. It
Yeah.
will. We say, well, it can't get any worse, or it is going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
And that's true.
That's true.
But remember, this too shall pass.
Yeah.
It's the same when things are going real good, where
Don't go past
everything's going great. You got to remember, this too shall pass. You don't want to be pessimistic.
Right.
You got to be balanced. So when things are going really bad, you got to know that this too shall pass. When things are going really good, you got to remember, this too shall pass.
Be optimistic.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Not pessimistic.
So, yeah, I mean, that's what we wanted to talk about, guys. So, again, we're going to be coming out with more content. I don't think it's a surprise that the second most viewed thing we did was the Biden short, Gone Like a Turd in the Wind. If you haven't seen that, check that out.
That blew up like big time, man.
Oh, that was huge, and it was hilarious.
We didn't
So,
expect it at all. We were just kind of messing around with the effects and all that stuff.
Yeah. So, as we keep fine tuning our abilities as content creators, we're going to be coming out with more and more content that's better and better quality. But you're going to see more from us. And I know you guys are going to enjoy it. You guys clearly have. So, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to check out for more. If you are subscribed, how about this? Go down in the comments and just shout out, okay?
Yeah.
Because some of you guys we don't even know. You're just kind of
Right.
there. Just shout yourself out in the comments. We want to see you guys. We want to hear from you guys. All right? Like, comment, and subscribe for more. And we'll see you all in the next video. Peace.